You're being watched.
Police, stop!
That guy's coming in with something. Get the out. Stop. You.
This is the police department.
Hit him. Get on the bridge! Stop! Get car!
Hosted by Sean Sticks Larkin.
You know you're on camera, right?
Welcome to Crime Cam 24/7. First up, we head to Washington State for a dramatic moment involving a dispute between neighbors and responding officers caught in the crossfire. The images in this next story may be disturbing for some viewers.
Maple Falls, Washington. Thursday, February 10th, 2022, 4:27 p.m.
A deputy from the Whatcom County Sheriff's Office, armed with a rifle, is responding to a 911 call for shots fired.
911.
I live at my neighbor, 2 houses the stop sign, is out there shooting his 12 gauge just at the neighbors behind us.
And he's shooting at the neighbors?
He was shooting into the air, but we live in a very crowded neighborhood.
All right, thank you. Stay inside and be safe.
Responding units can come down Green Valley and stop in front of Green Valley.
As Sheriff's Deputy Ryan Rathbun arrives on scene, he makes contact with one of the neighbors involved in the dispute with the shooter.
Howdy. Are you having trouble with the neighbors?
Deputy Rathbun gets down to the root of the disturbance. One of the neighbors has been burning leftover lumber from a home remodel.
Okay, so they got pissed because you're burning?
Yeah.
I'm not the burn ban police, so I don't know if there's a burn ban because of the air quality.
I don't know.
So who's out shooting a shotgun in the air?
He started it.
This guy.
I'm not
Do you
over
know
it.
who this guy is?
No, I don't.
Rathbun learns this disturbance has already escalated to an arms race between the reported shooter and the neighbors down the street with young families.
I'm going to say that, yeah, those guys are pretty pissed.
Okay.
Because they got kids.
No, they're just armed because they. Okay, there was some.
That's
Okay, there was some other shenanigans before.
Yeah.
That it was whatever.
Yeah.
Rathbun radios additional units to stand down, believing he can resolve the dispute without force.
7-2 to responding units. We don't need armor. We have a civil infraction for firing in public. I'll take 2 more units. Supervisor if they want to come. Okay, let's go walk into your garage.
When Sheriff's Deputy Jason Thompson arrives on scene, Rathbun briefs him on the situation. Right next door to the aggressive neighbor.
This guy in the house behind us is the guy who's like comes out pissed off, fired up, like shotgun in the air.
Okay. So what are we doing?
He doesn't want to pursue any kind of felony, anything. There's a possibility we might be writing that guy or mailing that guy some sort of ticket for discharging a firearm in a no shooting zone.
Just as the deputies are discussing a simple ticket for discharging a weapon,
Have we talked to him yet? Is he?
No one's talked to him.
Okay, so that's
Probably a 2-officer contact if we talk to him.
the aggressive neighbor appears at his door, shouting obscenities.
Hey, sir! No, it's the sheriff's office. Why don't you come out with your hands empty and talk to us?
Okay, well, that's different.
Okay. Do you want to just keep an eye on that and I'll talk to these guys?
Yeah, sure.
Sounded a little intoxicated.
Deputy Rathbun heads over to talk with the neighbor who placed the 911 call to get more details on the situation, while Thompson keeps a close eye on the volatile suspect.
Well, he just asked me to kiss his. Maybe it was Deputy Thompson, I don't know.
So, I mean, that's when I saw the plug land in our backyard. That means he's shooting over our heads trying to be scary, and we had all the kids out back. They just got home from school.
Rathbun learns the suspect has had numerous violent run-ins with residents in this neighborhood.
This isn't the first time, and he told us if we call the cops, he was going to kill us. And the first time
he said that today?
Today. He said, call the cops and I'll kill you. And we said, fine, we'll go get our guns and we're calling the cops.
To you guys.
That is the
And that's why you went and armed yourself.
Hey,
While Rathbun gathers information from the neighbors, the armed suspect shouts out threats at Deputy Thompson.
Drop the gun!
Thompson takes up a defensive position at the edge of this garage, while Rathbun returns to the scene.
What do you want now? Sheriff's office, drop the gun!
As Rathbun reaches the neighbor's driveway, the suspect fires at Deputy Thompson, striking him in the face with shotgun pellets.
Shots fired, shots fired. You okay?
The suspect fires a second shot at Rathbun, who returns fire from the edge of the garage. Rathbun is also struck by shotgun pellets in the face.
Sunday, shots fired!
With both deputies now injured by gunfire, a neighbor jumps in to defend them with a firearm of his own.
7-4 walking.
He unloads his magazine at the suspect as Rathbun drags Thompson to safety in the neighbor's garage.
Where you hit?
In the head.
In the head.
Forehead.
Me too. I need medic!
Rathbun radios for medical attention and backup, while civilians administer aid to both officers.
Hey, give me the shots fired. We have 2 officers hit in the head. We need...
The civilian continues to provide cover fire, while residents tend to the injured Thompson. Blood drips from Rathbun's wounds, smudging the body camera and dropping onto his weapon.
Head. In the head. 2 officers hit in the head.
I'm losing vision in my left eye.
The neighborhood is now a war zone. Residents take up firing positions to protect the deputies. Medical services cannot reach them with the active shooter in the home.
Can you drive, Bone?
He's in the front window. Ben, watch that door.
I can't see.
I can see on my right eye.
No, I can't see.
Backup units arrive to relieve the injured officers. Despite both deputies' partial loss of vision, Thompson is able to drive out of the crime scene to waiting EMTs.
7-2 and I are self-extricating to aid. If you can let them know at the fire hall that we're coming in with gunshot wounds.
Copy, to meet aid at the fire hall.
You okay? We're both shot.
Even with his injuries, Thompson's concern is keeping emergency staff safe from harm.
What about the seat?
We are the ones that are shot. Don't go any farther down.
While Thompson and Rathbun receive medical treatment, day turns to night back at the scene of the shooting.
5:46 p.m.
Tactical units from multiple agencies have arrived and descend on the shooter's home.
Door's opening. Door's open.
Door open. Show me your hands!
Just after 6 p.m., the suspect finally complies with law enforcement's orders to surrender.
Guns are empty. Guns are empty.
You're under arrest. Step out front. Hands in the air. Step out. Follow command. Show me your hands.
The man calmly approaches officers.
Walk to me. Walk to me. Walk to the side on the right. Keep walking. Get on your face. Get on your face.
you guys are really making a big scene out of nothing.
He doesn't seem to understand the gravity of his actions.
Holy all you guys are here for me?
Once in custody, he has read his Miranda rights.
Okay, sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law.
Sit down, please.
I'm trying. I have no shoes on. So I'm standing on rocks, okay? You can shoot me if you want.
And agrees to answer questions from a deputy. But the intoxicated suspect doesn't seem to have a grip on what has just transpired.
So you thought the cop was the neighbor?
Yeah, he said he was a neighbor. I mean, he said he was a sheriff.
Have you had quite a bit to drink tonight?
I didn't drink until after I found out that I was going to go to jail. No, I was...
Okay. What are you drinking?
Vodka.
Vodka?
And beer.
Vodka and beer.
I crawled all the way to the fridge so you guys wouldn't shoot me.
So you stepped out the front?
Yeah, because I'm sick of the...
The suspect is identified as 60-year-old Joel Burke Young. He is charged with 2 counts of attempted murder. Young is being held in the Skagit County Jail on a $5 million bond while awaiting trial. Deputy Rathbun suffered partial loss of vision in his left eye but went back to duty in January of 2023. Deputy Thompson suffered a traumatic brain injury but also returned to duty in January of 2023. In that intense story you just saw, an armed civilian came to the aid of officers in a potentially deadly situation that could have ended much worse. Any person has the right to defend themselves or others from death or great bodily harm. And the actions of the neighbors who intervened on the deputy's behalf were publicly commended by the Whatcom County Sheriff's Office.
Have you captured a crime on camera? Please send your videos and tips to crimecam247@lawnews.com. Prepare for more feeds. Corona, California. Thursday, September 21st, 2023, 10:10 a.m.
The owner of this SUV has just listed the vehicle for sale on Craigslist for $3,000. He included his address in the listing. Within minutes, a buyer shows up, unannounced, as the owner explains.
He really has no business just coming to the front of the house. They haven't even contacted me yet. They haven't even called me.
A moment later, 2 more men emerge from the van. They seem less interested in the car for sale and more interested in scoping out the property, including this sidewalk-facing camera. Several minutes later, the seller's driveway-facing camera captures him showing the vehicle in pristine shape.
Notice there's no oil underneath the car.
After he pops the hood, one of the men asks questions about the rear storage. The owner follows him to the back of the vehicle.
While the guy in the black shirt distracts me, takes me around the back of the car, the guy in the green shirt unsnaps the coolant reservoir cap.
While the owner is distracted by the man in the black shirt, this man pulls a bottle of oil from his pocket and pours it in the engine bay, then tucks it away and wipes away the evidence, all while the owner is talking to one of the other men behind the vehicle. The scammer in the green shirt moves in on the seller to continue the distraction, while the man in the gray shirt unhooks a sensor in the engine bay and closes the hood.
He disconnects the mass airflow sensor or some other electronics so that it would throw a check engine light and run like heck.
Moments later, the owner circles around the SUV, unaware of the scam he's now a victim of.
So here I am. We're getting ready to go for a test drive. Look at all that oil underneath there.
When the seller started the SUV, it began smoking. Oil leaked from the engine compartment, and a check engine light illuminated on the dash. The scammers convinced him that major work was needed to get the vehicle in running shape, offering him a fraction of his asking price, just $400. The seller accepted and signed over the title, but his gut told him something was amiss. He posted his surveillance footage to social media and was contacted by dozens of people who fell victim to the same scam by the same men. Police have not been able to identify the men in surveillance footage, and no arrests have been made.
Do you have information related to this incident? Please contact Corona Police Department's anonymous tip line at 1-951-817-5837. Prepare for next feed.
Next, we head to the West Covina Police Department in California. Now, police stations are supposed to be safe spaces in the literal sense of the term, with multiple layers of security and officers on site 24 hours a day. Local police even encourage residents to use the stations as reliable, secure spots for buying and selling items on Craigslist. But in this next story, you'll see what happens when officers have to handle someone showing up on their doorstep looking to bring serious trouble into their house.
West Covina, California. Monday, February 27th, 2017, 10:18 a.m.
As a camera rolls on the front entrance of this police station, a man wearing a security jacket walks up to the front window, carrying an aluminum baseball bat. As he reaches the window, he taps to alert 3 women seated inside. The women jump from their seats and vacate the glass front lobby, just as the man begins swinging at the windows. Even with several whacks from the bat, the glass doesn't break. The man repositions himself in front of the sliding doors and waves the bat menacingly. Inside the lobby, an armed officer ushers the women behind a secure door. Back at the entryway, the man takes a swing at one of the sliding doors and rocks back and forth, getting ready to take another cut. But officers aren't sitting around waiting for this slugger to swing away. A plainclothes officer appears from around a corner and walks just out of view of the camera as the man continues to tap the sliding doors with his bat. While the man is distracted with officers inside, the plainclothes officer is seen in the reflection sneaking up behind him. The man might be playing the role of a pinch hitter, but this cop is a starting tackle. He runs into the bat-wielding man at full force, knocking him to the ground and into the waiting cuffs of cops in the lobby of the station. Officers and staff waste no time taking the man into custody. Police identified the batter as 28-year-old Christopher Rivas. He was charged with assault with a deadly weapon and resisting arrest. West Covina police arrested the man and released him when he agreed to undergo mental health treatment.
Prepare for more feeds.
We have one more story for you. As you can imagine, security measures are required for water treatment facilities to ensure safe supplies of clean water for the public. Makes sense, especially since contamination can come from anywhere, including an employee. Just a warning, this next story is a little gross.
Donaldsonville, Louisiana. Friday, March 19th, 2023, 1:52 a.m.
It's the overnight shift at the Donaldsonville Water Plant, a facility that serves approximately 10,000 customers in Louisiana. A surveillance camera is monitoring these 3 control panels above this water pool, surrounded by yellow railing. This employee emerges from the office and heads towards the panels. Instead, he disappears under the camera and attempts to point it at the ceiling. But in the end, it slides down, keeping the control panels in sight. He walks behind the control panel and faces the water pool below. Suddenly, we hear water splashing in the pool. The man is relieving himself into a public water supply. He studies his progress before looking straight over towards the camera, thinking he is out of frame. Relaxed after his false assessment, he continues his business. Apparently, the man saved it up like a camel, as the stream goes on and on and on. The employee continues for well over a minute. Satisfied with his sabotage, he zips up and heads back into the office. Then, thinking he's covering his tracks, strolls back to the camera and over-adjusts, showing something entirely different from when he started. Parish President Clint Coitman told news outlets that his administration learned of the incident 3 days later on March 22nd. 57-year-old Michael Maston was immediately fired and then arrested on the same day. Upon reviewing surveillance footage, it was found Maston had urinated in the pool at least one other time in the last 30 days. Maston was charged with 2 counts each of contaminating water supplies and criminal damage to critical infrastructure. The man reportedly refused to tell investigators why he relieved himself in the water supply. But really, does it even matter? That's all for this edition of Crime Cam 24/7. I'm Sean Six Larkin. Thanks for watching.